Good morning from Porto, Portugal. I hope you are well. So this is the 8th of April and this is today's reflection. So we're starting by reaching into the present moment. Sink down into the surface below you, whether you're standing up or sitting down. If you're sitting on a chair, place your feet firmly on the floor in front of you, connecting to the surface below. Feel like tree roots are growing out of your feet, all the way down into the deep, deep, deep Mother Earth, connecting deeply there. And then as you breathe in, the spine rises towards the sky. And as you breathe out, you relax, but you do not collapse. The spine continues to rise towards the sky, as if you are hanging from a silk thin thread from the heavens above. And as you breathe in, your stomach expands. You're breathing in through your nose into your stomach. And as you breathe out, it contracts. So please stay with your breath as I draw the hexagram. What are the energies around us and how do I best navigate them in order to have the most smooth and joyous day forward? Heaven, earth, fire, water, thunder, wind, wood, mountain, lake, metal. Mountain within. Stillness. So how do we surround us and how do we best navigate them in order to have the most smooth and joyous day? Heaven, earth, fire, water, thunder, wind, wood, mountain, lake. Heaven. Kyan. Kyan. And then let's find the changing line. So get everything exactly in the process of this hexagram. It's initial 6, which means we have fire within and Kyan. So Kyan is the initiating power, so we are initiating something today for sure. Sorry, that's not Yen, it should be Li. Kyan and Li. So, and then let's have yin, yang, 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 yang. So we have a lot of, without, there's a lot of initiating power. So lots of new things starting in your life. You're starting maybe a new way of looking at things, or a new approach to life, or maybe you're taking the first step into something new. And then here we have the Zun, which is gentle movement. Let's have a look at the hexagrams. There are Kyangen 33, 33, Kyanli 13, and then Kyanzun 44. I found it as encountering is metal. Retreat. Done. Metal. Seeking harmony. Metal. So it's all metal energies today. It's about cutting away what no longer serves, really. So we can step into this new, whatever, this initiating power that seems to be all throughout this reading today. So let's have a look at retreat. So with retreat is that it's actually, let's speak here. So we've got again, which is mountain, which is speaking about stillness. And this is within, the lower part of the hexagram is within. So it's speaking about stillness within. So this is what we are asked to cultivate today, stillness within, and keep this stillness within, okay? Because without, we are starting something new. Like I said, maybe a new way of looking at things. Maybe you are starting a fast or a diet, or you're starting to take, it's the first day going to the gym after many, many months or something like that. It's like you're starting something new today. It doesn't have to be something big, or it could be you starting a new company. It could be like something really big as well. But we are being asked to keep this stillness within. So this is what retreat is about. We're retreating. And it could sound very contradictory that a retreat could actually lead into great action, but it's the opposite, right? When we retreat and allow ourselves to find stillness within, then we can look at the situation and take an appropriate action. And in this way, we won't get lost, right? There's a less likelihood that we get lost, right? We take the wrong direction and we have to redirect and take another direction, and we take the long way around rather than retreating first, finding stillness, and then looking at the situation and then deciding from there, from the knowledge that we gather, which is the next step we're taking. Then the route that we will get to our target will most likely be much shorter. Okay. So that's about retreats. Let's have a look at what the text says as well. Retreat, prosperous and smooth, the little, favorable to be steadfast and upright. So the little, so speaking about the little steps. This is what, so we're retreating within, but then looking at the situation, but then we take little steps. Right, forward. The action is only small steps. We're not rushing forward in some sort of great. So retreat, prosperous and smooth, prosperity and smoothness lies in retreat. The firm is at the right place and properly corresponds in accordance with the time. The little, favorable to be steadfast and upright, it is advancing and growing. Great indeed is the significance of retreat at the proper time. What the text is adding here is about timing as well, I think, which deepens the message that I said, is that with a retreat, if we retreat, we can actually look at the time. When is the correct time to make this action, right? Which adds on to the, like, okay, I can look at session with what is the knowledge I need, or which is the best. But here is, when is the correct time for me to take action here? So mountain under heaven, an image of retreat. In correspondence with this, the superior person keeps inferior persons at a distance, with dignity but without ill will. Okay, this is also about boundaries, right? Who do you want in your life? like, we don't have to keep everyone in our life, but when we are setting up boundaries, it's not about shouting and screaming or being nasty to people. It's more of an energetic thing. We sort of tell people energetically a little bit how far they can come. So if you've got somebody in your life that is taking advantage, like maybe expecting too much from you, maybe now is the time for you to set boundaries. Okay, no, this is not okay, this is not what I want. Okay, and many times you don't even have to say anything. Many times silence is better, although it's not about escaping, but you can show by your body language that no, this is okay, this is not okay, or just saying no, I don't want to. That's fine. You don't have to explain yourself. Okay? So let's have a look at the changing line, which is the first initial 6. Retreat at the tail, adversity. Do not use anything. There is somewhere to go. So this geotext actually enforces the guidance of retreating. So now is not the time to take any action, because if we do take action, there might be misfortune. But if we don't take any action, we stand back and just watch with clear boundaries, then there will be less likely to be misfortune, go bad, right? Okay, so for now, just retreating, okay? And then it's changing into 13, which is seeking harmony. And let's have a look at first at the elements of fire within, which means we're starting to see clearly. Because we are here, the mountain is guiding us to keep still. And in stillness we can see. When we rush around and do things, we cannot see clearly. We just rush around and we're just doing things. But within stillness, we can actually start to see. So we get this illumination within, okay? And then we can see what is the next step that we can do. And this one is speaking about seeking harmony. So although retreat is speaking about clear boundaries, right? And eliminating people who are no longer, not a good influence in your life, right? And standing up for yourself. This one is speaking about seeking harmony. And this is seeking harmony with other people, but also in this situation here where you clear boundaries. And coming back to this, just because we have clear boundaries, it doesn't have to turn into a conflict. And this is where less is more. So if somebody keeps on badgering you about something you don't want to do, or trying to take advantage of you, and you say no, you don't have to explain yourself. Just say no, I don't want to. You don't even have to say no, I don't want to. The less is more, right? And many times the less you say, the more powerful the words and more clear the words you speak become. So no could be quite sufficient, okay? And both here, so the decision, seeking harmony among people prosperous and smooth, as saying seeking harmony will lead to great success, right? Favorable to cross great rivers, which means it's going to make it. In the ancient time, crossing great rivers was considered very difficult, dangerous, which it is still, right? It is water, it could be quite dangerous, right? But it's saying it's favorable. Now, if we seek harmony among people, then we can take on things that are more difficult. Favorable for a superior person to be steadfast and upright. A superior person is a person who has cultivated their virtues, who are working on themselves and actually looking at how they are acting, right? And responding to the world around them. But remain truthfully you. In this seeking harmony, it's not about, just bowing for everyone, you know, and just trying to seek harmony by you pleasing everyone. That's not it at all, right? It is you be steadfast and upright, be truthfully you. Yeah, you remain you, but you're kind-hearted, but you have strong boundaries. Doesn't mean you don't help people, you help people, but you are not being taken advantage of. Right? So that's what seeking harmony. So you're not seeking harmony to the detriment of you. No, be seeking harmony, but being truthfully you, standing up for yourself. Okay. So this is a really beautiful reading. So I'm actually just going to stop there. I think that is it. Actually, I'm just going to briefly speak about what the underlying energies, and they're also talking about seeking harmony and encountering. Encountering is that when you meet somebody, you meet a situation, you meet a person, you meet a group of people. So underlying energy here is about relationships, right? And within you have this gentle movement of the wind, or this movement of a tree in the wind, right? Which is gentle. And there's also this initiating power. So there is something around you has got to do with people around you, right? Whatever situation you are in right now, there are people around you, and you're being guided to seek harmony, but not to the detriment of you, right? Stand up for yourself, strong boundaries, not being taken advantage of, and not giving up yourself. You are you. You deserve to have a place among everyone, okay? And yeah, so that's the reading for today. I hope it was a benefit to you, and I'm wishing you a beautiful day ahead.